Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. I just posted some stuff in the community. But I'm gonna tell you about it here too. At work, okay, I noticed a display. I was just walking by. We were stocking up there. I was just walking by and I noticed a display. It had all this perfume on it. And the brand is Mix Bar, right? And it's a whole line, all these different scents of perfume. And so I was sniffing them because, that's my biggest migraine trigger is perfume. But I'm always on the lookout for one that I can wear that's not gonna trigger a migraine and be all weird and shit, and make my lungs burn. And I found one. Normally, I like vanilla. Vanilla is my thing. Vanilla is definitely my thing. They have a scent called vanilla bourbon. Now, I had a sample at one point. You know that fragrance, vanilla skin from Fleur that everybody was just making a big old deal about. Mix Bar's vanilla bourbon smells identical. I'm telling you guys, it's a total dupe to Fleur's vanilla skin. Absolute, 100%, absolute. And it was the actual perfume itself was like 19 something, at $20 basically. Now, it's not a very big bottle, but you don't need a lot. It's really strong. So it should last quite a bit. They have a hair and body mist. That's the one I bought. That one was $6. It was like $5.97 or something. $6. And I bought it because it's safe to put on your hair. Perfume is normally perfume is not safe to put in your hair. If it is true, actual perfume, which is oil-based, then yes, you can put it on your hair without any issues of it damaging your hair. But if you're using like a cologne or a regular body spray, those are alcohol-based. And they will dry and damage your hair if you spray them on your hair. They're not made to go on your hair. This is made to go on your hair, which I like because I just have always liked spraying fragrance in my hair. So I bought that one because it was safe to put on hair. $6, dude. And I was like, the smallest bottle of the Fleur vanilla skin is like $30, and it's like a little travel size thing. And if you want the regular size fragrance, it's over $80. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. So, check it out. They have other scents too. Check it out. You might find a dupe for something that you really like. I was really happy. I was really happy to find that. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find it again. See, that's my problem. I find stuff I like and then I can't ever find it again. It disappears. I'm hoping this doesn't, because let me tell you, I will continuously buy this shit. I'm telling you, I will. I absolutely will. Because it is so good. It smells so good, and it stayed on. I did one little spritz on my neck from almost a foot away. I did one little spritz because I sniffed it and I was like, oh, that's really nice. Let me spray just a tiny little bit on to see how it wears, because I will smell stuff and think, oh, that smells so great. And then 10 minutes later, it's like, oh my God, this is, I can't take it anymore. It's horrid. I have to get it off. So I just like did this tiny little misty spray from about a foot away. Just that little tiny bit that got on me stayed with me all the rest of the day and all last night. Okay? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It stayed with me that whole time. So yeah, you don't need a lot. So like $20 for like, it's probably like an ounce bottle, maybe 2-ounce bottle. I'd say probably about a 2-ounce bottle or so. It's you guys check it out, because you just might find a dupe for something that you love. And for something that lasts that long and stays with you that long at that price, let me tell you, that's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. That's the main thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing I wanted to talk about, the Flint's mints. Okay, I don't know if it's just because of the flavor that I bought. I bought the regular mint flavor, right? I don't think it's just the mint flavor. Everybody's talking about how fabulous these mints are for dry mouth and cotton mouth and blah, blah, blah. Temporarily, yes. For 20 minutes, yes. That's as long as the effect lasted. And you can get like light, medium, and extreme. I had medium, okay? The effect only lasted probably like 20 minutes. So not worth what I paid, okay? So not worth $25 for a 4-pack. So now I'm stuck with a 4-pack of these mints. That is not even the worst part. That is, I would be happy with 20 minutes. That's fine. But it left the most horrible taste in my mouth and in the back of my throat. The most horrible taste. Oh my God, it had like some weird kind of aftertaste thing going on, and it was so disgusting. Oh my God, it was disgusting. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And I was like drinking everything I could drink to like get that taste out of my mouth, get the taste out of the back of my throat. Oh, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It was like eating garbage or something. What I imagine eating garbage would be like. I don't know. I've never eaten garbage, but I imagine that's kind of like what it would be like. It was, they were so terrible. They were so fucking terrible. And I'm going to say this, and I mean it with every fiber of my being. If you think you want to try them, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want to try them. Just take my word for it. Take my word for it. They were atrocious. I don't say that about a lot of things. They were atrocious. I wish I'd never ordered them. If I could go back in time to the point like right before I put one in my mouth, I would, and I would go, no, don't put that in your mouth. It's terrible. That's how bad it was. If I could go back in time to the moment before I put that shit in my mouth, I would not have put it in my mouth. I would not have. It was so fucking terrible. I just couldn't even take it. It really was. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking horrible. This is like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. It was so terrible. It was so terrible. I was like, I will just keep chewing gum for the rest of my life, because that's what I do when I'm at work. I chew gum all day. And it keeps, to keep my mouth moist. I hate that word. Everybody hates that word. But anyway, I chew gum. Dad uses Breath Savers mints, but he's been having a lot of issues, which I think we're starting to solve them a little bit. He has a lot of issues that he breathes through his mouth. And so his mouth and his throat are very dry all the time. Now, deviated septum, first of all, is something that I struggle with as well after having broken my nose 3 times. So, you know, I can now finally breathe through both sides of my nose after the 3rd time I broke my nose. It like somehow fixed it. I fixed the inside. The outside, it leans this way. My nose slants to the left. But inside it fixed something. I don't know. All I know is that I couldn't breathe out of both sides of my nose for years and years since the last time I broke my nose. And then suddenly I can breathe out of both sides of my nose. Okay, so that's partially his problem. He has deviated septum. He can't smell, he can't like get air up one whole side of his nose. So he breathes through his mouth. So he finally agreed. I suggested and he finally agreed to try those Breathe Right strips. Okay? No, it didn't occur to me before to have him try them, only because it's not something I think about ever using, because I've used them before, but I sweat so much that they slip and slide and they fall off, and so I don't use them. So it's not something that I've ever really given a whole lot of thought about suggesting for him. Well, I was like, well, maybe they'll work for him. He doesn't sweat, so maybe they'll work for him. Let me suggest it. And he agreed to try them, and now he's in love with Breathe Right strips because he's breathing through his nose for like the first time ever. It's crazy. I can't wear them. I sweat too much. I wore one to bed one night and woke up the next morning. I guess sometime in the night I had like wiped my face, and when I did, it came off and slid, and it stuck itself up in, horizontally, vertically. It stuck itself vertically across my eyeball while my eye was closed, and I woke up in the morning and I couldn't open my eye, and I started to panic because my eye wouldn't open, and I didn't realize it was taped shut because the fucking Breathe Right strip had slid and had stuck itself across my eye. And I was like freaking out. Oh my God, there's something wrong with my eye. And I went like this, and I was like, what the fuck? And I pull off this fucking Breathe Right strip, and it's like glued my fucking eye shut. After the initial panic, I laughed because it was funny. It was funny, but at the time it wasn't, because I woke up and couldn't open my fucking eye. But now it's funny. After I realized what had happened, it was funny. So I can't wear them. I actually don't really need them anymore. Ever since the last time I broke my nose, I haven't needed to use one. So I'm lucky with that. I have a feeling, though, that he's not going to be able to use them very often, only because the adhesive, I think, is going to fuck up his skin. So I was thinking about those ones that I see advertised all the time that have the magnets, Um, they have the magnets, and you stick the magnets on your nose, and then the strip isn't really a strip, it's like a clip, and you just like put it, and it sticks to the magnets, and it works like a Breathe Right strip, but and it stays on whether you sweat, whether, when you're sleeping, when you're awake, they stay on, and it's a magnet, and it just and you don't have to worry about it falling off. So I was thinking about getting that, because I think the smaller, just the two small little magnets, might be easier on his skin than an entire strip. The bridge of his nose I think his skin is gonna get damaged. I really do think so. But for now, temporarily, it is a good fix for us. So that's cool. Nothing else is really going on. Had a song of the day yesterday and forgot to post it. Supermassive Black Hole. Supermassive Black Hole, and that was definitely for me, because the part, the one verse that says, "You got me under false pretenses, how long until you let me go," that resonated. Today for some reason, I'm a fighter man, a man. I don't know. That's just been in my mind all morning. I'm gonna fight a man. Ain't gonna stop until I see police lights. So yeah, there's that. There's that. Okay, I'm gonna sit. Oh, that felt good, and meditate for a few minutes before I have to go in there. So I'm gonna end this here. Again, I posted it in the community if you're interested in that perfume. I posted a picture of what the bottle looks like, details, name, all that stuff. I will check in with you later, and thanks for coming. Bye.